Hello and welcome to my channel. This is the box of miniatures which come with the Planet of the Apes role-playing game, and in this video I'm going to separate and paint up the human characters. Some of the figures have identical poses which I'm not a big fan of, so I'm going to see what I can do to make some subtle changes to make them appear more random. First up we have one male and one female astronaut, there's no problem there. And then we have two male and one female mutant. I think the only thing I can do here is make the metal club look a little bit different. And then lastly, we have a pair of male and a pair of female wild humans. And for this one, I'm going to remove a club from one of the females and give one of the males a club. The parts are easily trimmed with some spool cutters. The removed club is too thin to fit in the male's hand, so I'm going to have to scratch build one. And I can make that out of this styrene rod. You can find these online or in model shops. All I need to do is cut it to size, add a little bit of damage and make it look like a branch. To get it to fit into his hand, I added some heat until it was malleable and pushed it into place. And then fixed it permanently into place with some gel-based super glue. The metal spike club from the mutants were a little bit harder to adjust, so I simply cut off the bottom set of spikes. For me this wasn't quite enough, so I heated up the left arm and moved it into a slightly different position. There I held it into place until it cooled down and maintained the new shape. Using this same technique I also slightly modified the other duplicates, and now there's enough variety to make them not look like clones. So now I can move on to the painting stage, and the first step as always is to cover everything with a primer. Then the next step is to paint on a variety of skin tones. I use 4 different paints for this, going from light to dark. As people in reality tend to have different shades, and the same applies to the hair. I go from blonde to black. And then all that's left is to paint the clothing. I start off with the fellow humans, as that's really quick and easy, since they only wear leather rags. As for the mutants, they mostly wear a white-grey uniform, and a tiny splash of colour comes from a t-shirt which is only just visible. I also coat them all in a grey wash so I can see all the hidden details. Their weapons are all metal spikes, so paint them silver, then mustard them up a bit. As for the astronauts, their uniforms are all white. The ANSA patch is only visible on the female, and I simply paint that blue. The backpacks are painted silver with yellow straps. And that's pretty much it, except for the bases, which I'm going to work on next. I paint them all a dark brown to match the others I've already done in this set. Then using a toothpick, I carefully cover the base with PVA glue, and this allows me to easily add basing material. Each human group gets something different. The wild human gets grass, and to help hold this in place, I add on a few drops of fixer, which is basically watered down PVA. And when it dries, it will set solid. For the astronauts, they get a sandy base with the occasional rock. And finally, the mutants, they get a rocky base, which represents the rubble of their underground cathedral. The last task is to spray everything with a matte sealer, which will help protect the paint, and then these figures are ready for action. I still have the apes to paint up, so they'll feature in a future video, and my pile of miniatures waiting to be painted has decreased ever so slightly. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if I can do it, so can you.